If you have been importing products from China for a very long time using 1688, Pinduoduo, or any Chinese e-commerce platform, and you find it difficult to do calculation of your landing cost, most especially if you import the product by air cargo, consider to stay tuned to this video and see how to simply calculate landing cost for air cargo without any stress. Let me show you how. But before we dive into the tutorial, as you know me, my name is Rafi Yakub. I'm an importer and a procurement agent. If you want me to procure Lincoln 1688, Taobao, or Pinduoduo, or Idofish, or you want me to pay a Chinese supplier, or you want me to teach you more about China importation business, consider to contact me on WhatsApp with the number in the description of this video. And don't forget to subscribe, turn on the notification bell for more tutorial tips and tricks on how best to import from China without any stress. So with that being said, let me show you how. Welcome back to this video. Whether you import from China using our Chinese shopping app or AliExpress, or better still, you use popular Chinese e-commerce app, which is 1688, or made in China, or Pinduoduo Chinese shopping app, consider to watch this video from beginning to the end and see how to do landed cost calculation by air shipping, China importation. Let me show you how. So for those of people that does not really understand what cost calculation by air shipping means, is that this is the last stage of your shipment from China to whatever country of your choice, and cost of landing calculation by air must be given to you, and cost estimate must be given to you by your shipping company. Then what you are being given as a estimate can be used to calculate the amount you are going to pay in shipment when eventually your goods arrive in your country. So let me show you with an example and step by step on how you can actually calculate your cost of landing shipping with here from China. So let's get started. So I'm going to simply open up my WhatsApp right here. Now, in whatever means you use to communicate with your shipping company, so this is still the same procedure. So, but in this tutorial, I used to communicate with my shipping company from WhatsApp. That is where we used to communicate from one another. Then once you are communicating, so I'm going to use this particular shipping company as an example. So recently, I import this small parcel from China using this particular company, Air Cargo. Using this particular company, and the item was shipped by here. So I want to simply show you the receipt. So right here, this is my chart with the company. So right here, this is the pickup message that was received from the company that my goods is arrived. And from the pickup message, you will be given the international freight fee, and at the same time, you will be given clearing cost fee, and at the same time, you will be given the account detail to make payment into, and the shipping company account number, and at the same time you will be given the phone number to call, and at the same time you will be given demurrage. So these are the things that come with bill of landing. So these are the things that come with bill of landing or pickup message from shipping company. However, this message here depends on the terms of service of different companies. So the message you are getting might be different from this, but we are going to still arrive at the same calculation because every company charge for international freight in USD, that is dollar. Okay, now how do we calculate this particular amount right here, and how the company arrive at this particular uh, price right here? Now, this same company here, we use to WhatsApp to communicate, and this is the WhatsApp for pickup message. Why it is quite different from the WhatsApp message from business communication deal before the goods actually arrive in Nigeria. So I will take you to the other WhatsApp where that we use to communicate. So then we have full knowledge of everything right here. So this is the second WhatsApp of the same company that I use for this cargo. So I'm going to open it up. Now from here, this is when the goods was sent out of China and the bill of landing was given. And if you take a look at this bill of landing right here, you see that this bill of landing here contain my name, my phone number, the location, that is the destination, and the kg of the product right here. Now here, price unit. So from the Bill of landing, you'll be given price unit. So you can now see the difference between bill of landing and landing cost. And you can now see the difference between bill of landing and pickup message by the shipping company. So bill of landing is what you get when your product sent out of China, and the pickup message is what you get when your goods actually arrive in Nigeria. So the representative of the shipping company will send you a message that your shipment from China is arrived. And from the bill of landing right here, you have your tracking number. Okay. And from the bill of landing right here, you have your tracking number, just like what you see right here. Now here, from the bill of landing right here, you know the cost per unit, which is 6.9, and the total kg, which is weight, is 4.40. So what we need to do here is to multiply this by this, and it will give us this. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is to exit from here now. Then I will make a I will bring out my calculator. So the total kg of the goods is 4.40. Then multiply by the amount charged per unit by the shipping company, which is 6.90. So multiply by 6.90, and that will give us 30.36 USD. So here, that is the international freight fee, and that is how the shipping company come about this particular 31 USD. Okay, that is that. Then here you have unit clearance. Unit clearance is not the same as the international. Unit clearance is not the same as the international unit price right here. So unit clearance here is 1,890. So right here 1,890, and that is what give them the total right here. So what they do here that give them this particular total here is to multiply this by the weight. So that is 4.40 multiplied by 1,890. So let's go back to calculator. 4.40 multiplied by 1,890. That will give us this particular amount right here, which is 8,316 naira. That is the total cost. So that is the total cost for clearing fee. So you will actually know your clearing fee before your goods actually arrive in Nigeria. This is because it has to do with naira payment, and you have already know the kg of the product. Now let's simply calculate the international cost, international freight fee in naira. So now you have the amount to be 31 USD right here. So what we want to do is to simply go back to the other WhatsApp, that is my pickup WhatsApp message right here. So my pickup WhatsApp message right here. Now from the pickup WhatsApp message right here, it stated that you can see the clearing cost here still remain the same as what we have in the bill of landing, and international freight here is the same as what we have in bill of landing. Now here, what you will need to do right here is that this 31 USD right here, you will need to multiply it by the exchange rate given to you by the shipping company. Now, if you take a look at this message right here, the shipping company stated that exchange rate as at now is this amount. It is not stable. So that is to tell you that what you have right now, if you make payments now, you are paying this so amount of money. But if you default the payment at this time of the day, by the time you get back to us that you want to make a payment, this price might not be the same as you see it right here. So what we want to do is to use this particular rate multiply by this. So that will give us international freight fee for naira in value. So I'm going to simply head over to my calculator again. So what we have right there is 1,585. So it's going to be 4.40 multiplied by 1,000. So it's going to be 1,585 multiplied by 31 USD. So that will give us this particular amount, which is 49,135. Okay. Now, we know this amount to be our international freight. Okay. Now, how do we know the total cost? Total cost will be international freight plus clearing costs. That will give us total cost, TT. Okay. Now, what do we do now is that this particular 49,135, so 49,135 plus the total clearing cost, which is 8,316, that will give us 57,451. So if we go back to my WhatsApp right here, so right here, so the clearing cost is 816 right here, and we have already know the price in USD, and we have multiplied it by the shipping company exchange rate right here. So now that is the total amount. So the total amount we are paying is this particular 7,451 right here. So that is the total amount we are going to pay in Naira before we can actually pick up the goods from the shipping company. So as you can see right here, this is also the calculation by the shipping company, just like what you see right here. So it's as simple as that. And this is the shipping company Nigerian address. So you can see this is when I make the payment to the shipping company, and the item is to be shipped to this particular person right here in Abuja. So this is a step-by-step practical way on how you can actually do your bill of landing, and how you can actually calculate your shipping cost calculation by here from China without any stress. For more tutorial, tips and tricks on how to import from China, consider to subscribe. Lastly but not the least, if you want me to procure link on 1688, Taoba or Pinduoduo or Idlefish, or you want me to pay a Chinese supplier, or you want me to teach you more about China importation, consider to contact me on WhatsApp with the number in the description of this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye for now.